But I think you live in the court. Do you like rent out space in some of these courts? Because
So I'll tell you my secret. I'll tell you my secret. There's a great pizza place in Fort Myers called the D-Hop, the Downtown House of Pizza. It's my favorite pizza place. So every time I go down to the court, I get pizza, and you get 2 slices and a drink for $5. So it's my favorite place to go to lunch. So I don't mind going to the courthouse because I get pizza for lunch. And then next door, there's the Love Boat, which is the ice cream shop. And sometimes I go get ice cream after I'm done. So my love of pizza and ice cream probably trumps everything else in this world. So that's why I'm at the house so much.
All right. So besides possibly going to jail and also suing some politicians in New York, you're suing a guy named Danesh Noshirvan in Florida, along with being sued by another guy named Jeremy Hales in Florida. And you're suing Danesh. He's got a couple million followers, though I think a lot of those are bots. But be that as it may, he's done a lot of damage. Now, he called you a pedophile.
3 million across all platforms. 3 million.
I think it's actually a lot more than that. Most of those aren't real people, but be that as it may, he does have a lot of followers. He called you a pedophile. You sued him. You had a status conference. I said he missed it because it's so boring. He just couldn't bring himself to go. But that is not what he told the courts. Here it is. On June 17, 2025, I received an email notice about a Rule 16b scheduling conference set for July 17, 2025. While I did receive the notice, I mistakenly forgot to add the hearing to my calendar. He goes on with a dog ate my homework excuse and even says, here, I've done everything I can to follow deadlines and be responsive in this case. Not everything, Danesh, because if you had done everything, you would have shown up to the hearing on July 17th. I'm sorry, the status conference on July 17th. Not quite everything. So you wanted me to look at this and be the judge?
Well, I want you to look at mine as well. What I had filed, I sent that to you as well. And mine tells a different story, because what the judge said in his order is that he wanted Danesh to show cause why he shouldn't be sanctioned or defaulted in the case. And the order doesn't talk about him not showing up alone. It says you've been unresponsive to your opponent. You didn't file a case management report as required by the court rules. You haven't followed the court rules in contacting other people. You didn't submit a report about who the expert witness should be. There's about 7 or 8 different things that Mr. Noshirvan has failed to do in this case. And every time I keep on sending him emails, I try. I've even made offers of compromise to him. And they're becoming what's called legally an exercise in futility. So the law does not. Go ahead.
All right. So this is, I believe, what you filed. And which part here? Defendants.
Go from there. Start reading.
On July 17th, the court convened a mandatory Rule 16b status conference pursuant to whatever. Defendant failed to appear. His absence was noted on the record by Magistrate Judge Nicholas Mizell, who ordered twice sanctions on information and belief while this matter is scheduled. Danesh was physically present at Universal Studios in California. Contemporaneous video and photographs that you present evidence of him being in Florida.
He was at the Bowser ride, Michael. Go to the picture.
Right. The record now.
Mario. He was at the
all right, he's there. He's at, but he said he was on vacation. That's not a lie. The record now reflects that defendant prioritized his personal theme park vacation over family court obligations, thereby demonstrating, I agree. Evidence confirms that while defendant was expected in court in Fort Myers, he also chose to be physically present in Los Angeles, hosting Snow That Product podcast. Moreover, media reporting and plaintiff investigation confirmed the defendant continued his West Coast vacation through Las Vegas. This conduct demonstrates and failure to confer. So you basically say that that this is part of a pattern. Now, what are you asking for?
I'm not asking for anything yet. This is a notice to the court, because I'm not going to let him go in and lie to the court. I think that he was dishonest. Now, I want you, Michael, as someone who understands the law, has followed the law for many years in many different contexts, I would like you to put on the Judge Volpe hat. The media.
I'd fine him $1,500. I'd give him a $1,500 fine.
Why would you do that?
Well, number one, even though I don't believe him, I'm going to, as the judge, believe him. That his story that he forgot, but he it's irresponsible. His argument is it wasn't malicious. I'll accept that it wasn't malicious, but you can't be that irresponsible. But I mean, how much you want to fine a guy? You got to be careful. They're already in court. They don't want to be there. What, you want to put the guy in jail because he missed the hearing? I wouldn't be that kind of a hard ass judge, but I would say any more, and you're going to be much more significant. And I would even write in the order, the court is skeptical of your excuse. However, it will accept it as accurate, but any further violations of court order will be much more frowned upon. And I'll give him a stern warning that if he continues with this, it's going to be much more serious. Look, how much do you want to? How bad do you want to give it on the first? On the first one?
I tend to agree with you. That sounds fair. Judge Meisel's a very fair judge, reasonable guy. The fact of the matter is, though, this guy is, he's the king of dilatory, delaying tactics. He did it in the other litigation. He doesn't have a lawyer right now. He's claiming that he's being dragged into this case in Florida. Meanwhile, he's suing people in Florida. He's suing. He's a plaintiff in that same courthouse suing people. How does he get dragged into a place where he's suing people? He's made the choice to file documents and sue somebody.
The judge doesn't necessarily know all of that, and also,
the judge knows all that because I put it in front of the judge. It's all in my complaint.
Well, you put it in front. As I said, on the first one, how much do you want to fine him? But I would make it clear that if this continues, they're going to be much more serious next time. I'm skeptical that this is what happened. I think he thought that it's no big deal to miss a court hearing. That's what I think he thought. He didn't expect this kind of a for the judge to come down on him this much. Now,